Complex numbers, example 10. This is quite a straightforward example. We just have to plot points relating to each of the complex numbers on what we call an organ diagram, which basically just looks like the coordinate axes. The x-axis is what we call the real axis. It's sometimes labelled RE. And then the y-axis is what we call the imaginary axis, labelled IM, obviously. So really straightforward. 3 plus 4i is 3 in the real direction, 4 in the imaginary direction, so that would be A. Sometimes we draw a line from the origin to represent the point. In this case it just says plot them, so we won't draw the lines in. B is 1 minus I, so 1 minus I, that's B. C, minus 2 plus 5i. You can probably fill the rest of these in yourself. Now D is purely real, it has no imaginary component, so it just sits on the real axis. So that will be over here, that's D. E by contrast is purely imaginary, so it sits on the imaginary axis, minus I. Essentially you're plotting it at minus 1 on the y-axis. F is minus 5 minus 2i. And then you'll notice that this one is connected to it, they're conjugates, and there's a symmetry that we need to spot here, that it would be minus 5 plus 2i, and so conjugates are symmetrical in the x-axis.